it's okay to boo public figures. It's a form of protest that includes booing members of the royal family who are about as public figures get. You may not like it, and it may make some people uncomfortable, but that's life. We are not outraged when it is directed at politicians, and we should not be outraged when it is directed at royals. And there's reason to boo royals. They represent something that many people despise. Not Britain, but elitism, unearned wealth, democratic constraints, and hereditary privilege. They represent a deeply unequal and unfair society at a time when millions are suffering from the cost of living crisis. We live in a country that leaves many destitute while rewarding one family with hundreds of millions of pounds, 24 luxury homes, and a fleet of private jets, helicopters, and even their own train. And why? For no reason than that their ancestors stole power and land from everyone else. What's shameful is not the booing, but the condemnation of that booing by politicians who have remained silent in the face of scandal after royal scandal. They say nothing about racism allegations, have remained largely silent during the ongoing Prince Andrew saga, have ignored serious cash for honors allegations leveled at Prince Charles and reported to the police. And our politicians do nothing about the daily spending of public money on the Windsor clan's private lifestyles. Yet there is outrage when citizens in a supposedly democratic country boo a man who is both powerful and privileged. The media and our politicians will have to accept that the monarchy's popularity is waning and that we will need a more level-headed and serious debate about its future. Polls consistently show a sharp drop in support from more than 70% 10 years ago to around 60% today across the UK, with support among younger people and in Scotland falling well below 50%. More than 1/4 of Britons now want the monarchy to be abolished. And here's the rub for the royals. The Queen is the only person who can keep the royals' support going, and the only person who can change the polling. However, the Queen will not be around for much longer, and she has already withdrawn from public life, with Jubilee events likely to be her final major public appearances. Prince Charles and William do not command the same level of respect and support as the Queen, and they will not inherit any of the deference that has safeguarded the monarchy. For many people, the Queen represents something unique, a distinct link to our past. She is shielded in part by her own silence, a refusal to speak publicly about any political or social issues. That cannot be said of William or Charles, who represent and defend a deep sense of entitlement, privilege, and elitism while lecturing the rest of us on the importance of changing our lifestyles for the sake of the planet. We know who they are and what they believe, and many people are unimpressed. The booing will not be obvious from this month's coverage of the Jubilee, but it is another sign of changing times. The monarchy's days are numbered, and sooner than you might think, we'll be able to choose our own head of state.